So what's our plan? Great.
Welcome back to another video, guys! The Falcon and the Winter Soldier has finally finished filming. Here is every detail you need to know about the show before watching it. And make sure to stick around until the end of this video, as we will talk about a potential season 2 of the show. If you want more videos like this to appear on your feed, subscribe to our channel. We post videos like this one every single day. Why did the Falcon and the Winter Soldier take so long to be filmed? The Falcon and the Winter Soldier has a total of 6 episodes, making it a limited series that Marvel Studios produced as their first foray into television. This short series features 2 of the best supporting characters in the Captain America films, including Sebastian Stan, who portrays James Buchanan, who is the famous Winter Soldier, and Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam Wilson, otherwise known as Falcon. Even though both characters have initial antipathy, they both stay together, and we cannot be more excited to see them in yet another adventure. This series was one of the earliest Marvel projects that was planned to be streamed on Disney+. However, WandaVision jumped in the queue as the whole global health situation shuffled things up a bit for the project's fate. The larger time gap to deliver this show made Marvel fans even more curious to see if all the waiting would be worth it. This means that the show has attracted a lot of attention, and we are all expecting that it will deliver a whole lot of action, drama, and a couple of questions, and from the ones that are left dangling from one of Marvel's recent movies, Avengers Endgame. The new trailer of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier around the time of the 2021 Super Bowl, and has revealed a couple of details about this new series. And since this will be Marvel's first attempt to stream directly onto television, it could change a lot of things for the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Phase 4. The premiere of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The series was originally planned to be streamed in August 2020, and act as the following show for Disney+, and would follow the customary release pattern, which, if you don't already know, is 1 episode transmitted per week for the next 6 weeks. Unfortunately, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was one of the first productions of Marvel to completely shut down filming from back in March 2020. MCU would then start shutting down other projects such as Loki and WandaVision. This led The Falcon and the Winter Soldier to have a brand new release date, which is set for March 19th, 2021. The project is still considered as a limited series, so if you are a ride or die fan of Marvel and are expecting other series to be released in the future, that is not such a good idea, because there will most likely won't be a second season for this show. However, we have learned that Marvel does keep many tricks under their hat, so it will come as no surprise if they decide just one day to continue the show and start creating ongoing prestige programs with limited series plans. But even if this Marvel limited series only ends with 6 episodes, there's a high chance that many more series similar to this will be released by the studio. In what year does The Falcon and the Winter Soldier take place? Following the timeline of Marvel, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be set sometime after Avengers Endgame is set. How much time would have passed between both is still unknown. The time this new series takes place is really important for many different reasons. The first reason is that Bucky and Sam were presumed to be dead for 5 years after being snapped away in Avengers Infinity War. This means that the both of them will have to re-establish themselves as living people. And even though this might be a little bit challenging for Sam, it will be extremely difficult for Bucky, as he's been presumed dead since the 1940s. But that's not all Bucky has to face. Even though 80 years have passed since he's been presumed missing, he is still wanted for the criminal activities he has done in the past as the mind-controlled Winter Soldier. But many fans suspect that the Avengers will not take all of these as harshly in the next Endgame battle. If that turns out to be the case, Bucky and Sam will have to face against the struggles of fitting in a world that has moved on without them. This feels like primetime material for a limited TV series, but it is not the first time that we've come across this, considering it was first glossed over by Spider-Man Far From Home. At the end of all this, we are only curious to see if Bucky and Sam will keep being involved in their activities, or if they're completely on their own this time. What will The Falcon and the Winter Soldier be about? Besides all the things we want to see clarified in this series, it for sure will talk about Sam and his plan to take over as Captain America. This means that he will have to face Steve Rogers for this. Sam's feelings about this decision are quite complicated, and as expected, the character-driven choice is something that Feige wants to focus on in this new Marvel Studios television show. He has even revealed in an interview with CCXP19 that the whole thing is a new type of thing that Marvel Cinematic Universe hasn't done before, and Disney Plus is giving everyone, including viewers, a great opportunity not only to tell deeper stories, but even reveal characters in a better way. This will most likely be a great step for MCU. In the series, things will get a lot more complicated for Sam, as the US government doesn't seem to like the idea that he's come up with, and they're not so thrilled to give him the vibranium shield either. John Walker, portrayed by actor Wyatt Russell, will be sort of a replacement for Sam, as the US government tends to like his ideas more. His character is based off on the anti-hero of Marvel Comics, and can even be sometimes considered as the villain of the story. Walker is expected to go over the heroic identity for some time, after being presented as a foe for Captain America. With this identity, he serves on the superhero teams such as the Great Lakes, where he becomes a US agent. Sam's MCU counterpart will likely fight with Sam before having to deal with a bigger enemy that will disrupt their path. We are expecting this from Sam's complicated past. We also expect the Falcon and the Winter Soldier to address the state of the Sokovia Accords because of Walker's affiliations in the comics. All this leads to a big central question to answer, and that is whether or not Sam will become Captain America. If we base it on the comics, he did become Captain America for a time frame, so there is a high possibility that the same thing will happen in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But this will most likely be shown at the end of the series to keep us all guessing. Who else will star in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Besides the two main characters of the show, we will see the return of other Captain America series characters, such as Emily Van Camp, who will portray Sharon Carter, and Daniel Bruhl, who will play Helmut Venmo, as shown extensively in the Super Bowl trailer of 2021. And even revealed in SDCC 2019, Zemo will wear the purple mask that is described in the comic books, but other details about his current situation and appearance remain quite unclear. We are also wondering whether or not Bucky also got snapped, or if he lived during those 5 years. The material that Marvel will release on Disney Plus is still pretty veiled, and this leaves quite a few questions floating around in the air. However, we are guessing that there is a possibility his new fashion sense has come due to being in isolation for these 5 years. You might also see that he has some unfinished business to take care of in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer. So if you think about it, it says a lot about where he was during the years he has gone missing. And if we consider the complicated lineage that is set in the comics, we will understand that there is a possibility that the show might give Zemo some quality time for him to discover a forgotten message for a Sokovian barony. Emily's return as Sharon Carter might be the closest thing to the Phase 4 of the story. Sharon Carter may find her way back to S.H.I.E.L.D., considering she has been on the run since Captain America Civil War, even though many characters thought she was one of the people gone missing during the 5-year gap. So, if S.H.I.E.L.D. is a part of this new series, that will mean that Samuel L. Jackson will be playing the legendary Nick Fury in the series. The character will most likely be connected with his secret space force. We continue to be hopeful that the Sword will also be part of Phase 4. And for all of you that didn't know, SWORD is an extraplanetary defense force whose main purpose is to keep Earth safe from a possible alien invasion. Besides all this, the series will also present a good opportunity for Carter to tell her old story from the beginning. Other characters that will join this MCU series will include Desmond Cheam, Noah Mills, Adepero Adieu, and Carl Lumbly, the director and writer behind The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The one who will be orchestrating Bucky's and Sam's next journey is a veteran of the television series Empire named Malcolm Spellman. Malcolm is also the writer of The Sopranos, Road to Respect. In Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Malcolm will serve as the main writer and the showrunner of the series. On the other hand, the director of this show will be Carrie Skolin. He has quite a hefty resume, which includes being the director of Boardwalk Empire, Family Law, Vikings, The Punisher, and much more. She will most likely do a great job and give us 6 awesome episodes of this show. So, are you excited about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier premiering this spring? Let us know what you think about it in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and want more daily uploads such as this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bar to be notified whenever the new upload is released. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.